Welcome to Cheat Code Nutrition, the podcast where science meets strategy to help you decode your body and unlock next level health. I'm your host, Ellie Young, functional nutrition practitioner and genetic testing nerd, here to guide you through the real root causes of fatigue, stubborn weight, hormonal chaos, and mystery symptoms the traditional system shrugs off. Whether you're optimizing for longevity, performance, or just want to feel like yourself again, you're in the right place. Around here, we don't guess, we test. We use functional lab work, genetic nutrition, and a no BS approach to precision wellness that works with your body, not against it. If you're ready to ditch the one-size-fits-all protocols and start working with your actual blueprint, this is your cheat code. Let's get into it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Cheat Code Nutrition. I'm your host, Ellie Young. And today I just want to get right into it. If you are in your late 30s, early 40s, late 40s, and you have been feeling off, like your body suddenly has its own agenda, you just know you are not imagining it. Maybe you're dealing with mood swings, brain fog, stubborn weight gain, anxiety that comes out of nowhere, or a cycle that's totally chaotic. It's like all over the place. And if you're like me, you've probably tried everything, right? You've probably tried cutting out sugar, meditating more. Maybe you're tracking your cycle. Maybe you're taking a supplement like the cortisol cocktail that somebody swore by on TikTok and said, look at me, look at how skinny I am. I've dropped 20 pounds drinking this special drink. But it's not working for you, and something just constantly feels off. It's like one step forward, two steps back. This has been me. I have been chasing. I'm 44 now, and I have been chasing this like struggle for the last 4 years, it feels like. But let me tell you something. You are not doing it wrong. I was not doing it wrong. I was just missing personalization. What works for one person isn't going to work for everybody. And a lot of this science and a lot of these products and a lot of these methods are great methods for the right people with the right particular genes. And that's where genetic testing comes in. So today I'm going to walk you through why your symptoms might not be improving even though you're doing all the right things, how a genetic test can decode what's actually going on under the surface, and the 3 key genetic pathways you can look at with your genetic test that will completely shift your perimenopause game. They are detox, methylation, and inflammation. There's a lot more to a genetic test, but these are the 3 I'm focusing on today that I think pack the most punch when it comes to understanding your body and what's happening in perimenopause. So let's get into it. So why a genetic test changes the game. So most women I work with have already tried a laundry list of wellness tactics, right? And they're exhausted. They're asking, should I be keto? Should I be plant-based? Is the supplement actually helping me, or is it just expensive pee? Why do I feel amazing one week and like a total gremlin the next week, right? And that affects our motivation too. Like, why am I so extra motivated and ready to stick to a plan? And then next week, I feel like crud and I don't want to do anything. A genetic test pulls back the curtain. It doesn't tell you what's wrong per se. It shows you what your body needs more of, where it needs more support. Think of it like your biological instruction manual so you can stop guessing and start customizing. I have learned so much from my genetic test that it has simplified everything so much for me. Granted, it's a lot of information and I have digested it over the course of a couple months now, but now that I grasp it all, oh my gosh, it has been such a game changer as far as simplifying the strategies because I know this is how I'm built and this is what's going to work for me. So here are 3 ways a genetic test can help you outsmart perimenopause. So number 1, the pathway that we look at first is your detox pathway. This is your body's processing power, right? So detox is not about green juice and celery shots. It's about your body's built-in systems for clearing hormones, chemicals, alcohol, even stress metabolites, right? So there are 3 phases of detox. 2 take place in the liver. Phase 1, this is where toxins actually get activated. They get broken down, but they get broken down into things that are more reactive, actually more toxic to our body. So we don't want them in that form for long. They next go into phase two. It's kind of like a waterfall, right? So this waterfall is flowing, crashing into the next section. This is phase two. This is where those toxins, those byproducts now get neutralized and they get packaged for safe elimination. Then it goes into the gut for phase three when they get eliminated. And this moves them out via urine, bile, or sweat. So there's certain genes that affect these different phases and their specific nutrients that also affect these specific phases. And so our gene report can tell us how efficient our body is within each of these phases. What does this mean for you? It means if you are breaking down, if we find out you have a gene that means you're breaking down estrogen too fast and into one of the more toxic pathways in phase one, and then you might have a sluggish phase two, you might be more prone to estrogen dominant symptoms. Think PMS, weight gain, irritability. And guess what? We have a specific plan to treat that. We have specific supplements, specific diets. We would know, hey, this person is struggling in this phase. Here's how we support that. But it's not ever done in isolation. We are paying attention to the whole system together, right? So we're not going to recommend something just because you struggle in this phase. We're going to be looking at the whole gene picture for you. So that's why you do need like an expert to help you break this kind of stuff down, okay? And if you're maybe you find out you're not eliminating well in phase three in your gut and you're actually end up absorbing toxins. This happens a lot with people who are like, I'm doing everything right. I'm eating really clean, but something else is going on in the gut with your genes there. And it means that even though your body is breaking it down super well through phase one and phase two, something's up in phase three and your body is reabsorbing those toxins. So with this info, we can completely adjust your diet. And it's not anything that's like rocket science or anything super extreme. It's going to be like adding a couple key elements. And how much more motivated would you be if you know, like, hey, not it's not just this vague statement, oh, I really need to eat healthy to lose weight. It's like, no, I really need to eat broccoli because sulforaphane is really going to help my phase two detox. It's like, wow, okay, so now you have a whole new motivation for doing this, for eating broccoli, right? Or there's different supplements like calcium D-glucarate or NAC that are specifically designed for each of these different phases of detox. And again, we don't want to take every supplement under the gamut. When I first meet clients and I get a list of the supplements they're taking, a lot of you are taking multiple things for hormone balance and trying multiple strategies that might be counterproductive with one another. So I go through all of your supplements with you and your diet and your lifestyle, and we hone in on where you need the most support. And a lot of times we find out you can do less. You can work out less. You can remove some of these supplements and that you don't need to be working out as hard on particular days. We actually need more rest days. Like it's such a game changer when somebody finds out that the answer isn't eat less and work out more. We can actually eat very specific things, take more rest days, and take different types of exercise days. We might find out, I'm going off on a tangent here, but we might find out, hey, you're more built for endurance versus power. Or maybe you're not built for endurance or power, and we just need a light, consistent exercise load for you. So all of this stuff is revealed and we can get so precise with your gene report that the options are endless depending on how deep you want to go into this stuff. But most people, we just want to start with feeling better, right? Just making our hormones feel balanced because they're controlling our mood, our sleep, our energy levels, right? This is where you start, and once you get it, it's super intuitive and really easy to follow. Again, we're not going to be putting you on anything extreme after this diet. We're just going to be able to hone in on what particular diet is best for you, what supplements are best for you, what exercise programs are best for you. Game changers to know exactly what is right for you and your body, not what's right for the hot girl on the internet who, looks like she's never had a carb and has a six pack, right? That's not realistic. We're not going to be able to do what she does. We are not built like her. All right, the second phase that you can check out in your gene report that you've probably heard me talk a lot about, but or maybe you're hearing it all over the internet as well, methylation. This is essentially your cellular spark plug. Spark plug. It's like the foundation for all these other processes in your body. Picture it like a gear that's turning, right? And it needs to continue to turn. And there's all these different genes at different parts of the gear that need to be functioning properly, as well as different nutrients that come in at different like sections of the gear, kind of like a clock, right? Different nutrients come in at different parts of it turning. And from that, a bunch of different systems branch off of it, from this gear working. Hormone balance, metabolism, mood, energy, all sorts of different things are foundationally starting from methylation. So, your hormone balance, detox capability, your mood and neurotransmitter levels, energy and metabolism. And the truth is, most women don't even know this process exists unless you're listening to me or maybe like Andrew Huberman and like Peter Attia, and you've kind of heard of the MTHFR. But these genes, they play key roles here. And if you have variants that are giving you inefficiencies, you may not be making or recycling things like serotonin, dopamine, or even melatonin. You might feel tired no matter how much you sleep. You might be super sensitive to stress. You might be reacting poorly to synthetic folic acid that is found in a lot of multivitamins or maybe standard B vitamins that you thought you should take for energy, right? So once we learn what's going on with your particular methylation genes, we can choose the right form of B vitamins for you, like methylfolate or methylcobalamin. I cannot say that. We can adjust your protein intake and your cofactor nutrients like magnesium and zinc. Imagine, again, a lot of people take magnesium, but we want to make sure we're honing in on the right type of magnesium for you and also other cofactor nutrients. So other cofactors are essentially nutrients that are needed to, again, to help this gear to keep turning in your body. And sometimes when we're nutrient deficient, maybe because of poor gut health, we're not absorbing nutrients very well, absorbing minerals. This gear isn't turning as efficiently as it should. So you could find out that genes that make you prone to not having enough magnesium. I have that. So I'm really making sure I double down on my magnesium. It's not well, wouldn't it be nice to help me sleep magnesium? It's like, no, I need magnesium all the time to help me in this methylation cycle. It also helps you understand why you might need more support around ovulation or the late luteal phase, right? Again, estrogen is your hormone levels are really impacted by how well you are methylating. So again, you should want to know how well you're methylating. Up to 50% of the population has a gene variant that impacts this, and it's so easily corrected, not necessarily always with supplements, but with diet. Just a couple quick little fixes to your diet of adding more choline or adding more folate. And next thing you know, you start feeling better. You have more energy, you have more hormone balance, you have a better mood. How crazy, right? So simple. And again, these tests are like $300 or 350. There's a couple different ones out on the market. The one I like right now is 300, I believe. And what you will get from this will start you down the path of simplifying your approach to how you handle all these things. All right, the third pathway I want to talk about that is so key in perimenopause is inflammation. So this is the quiet fire behind most of our symptoms. Chronic low-grade inflammation is at the root of almost every modern health issue, from joint pain to insulin resistance, diabetes, mood disorders. Now, there's a number of different genes here that can show us if your body is predisposed to mounting like a stronger than usual inflammatory response. This is me. I have a lot of genes that make me very prone to inflammation. This might look like constant bloating, brain fog that just won't quit, post-workout soreness that lingers for too long, or maybe a sense that your nervous system is always like on edge, that you're just kind of like primed to kind of fire. Once we know this, we can prioritize anti-inflammatory foods, think omega-3s, turmeric, lots of colorful plants for antioxidants. We can start to cut down on hidden triggers, gluten, alcohol, high omega-6 oils. And we can, again, add really specific supplements that help you reduce your unique inflammatory load. We can also support your stress response with lifestyle changes that actually match your biology. Again, all of these suggested health trends that are out there, they're all good. But if you're just trying to do all of them willy-nilly and you don't have an intrinsic motivation to do it, but if you find out, whoa, I actually do need a lot of support with inflammation. What can I specifically be doing for inflammation? It really changes your motivation. It changes like, hey, this is for me. I know I specifically need help with this. So I'm going to have I'm much more inclined to do it, right? So look, perimenopause is not something you can out willpower. It is coming, it is happening. Your hormones are changing. But so much of it can be controlled with our diet, with our lifestyle. We can minimize these symptoms. And knowing specifically the modalities that are going to work best for you, the things you are going to get the most results from, come from a genetic test. And it allows you to outsmart it. It allows you to skip the leapfrog of trial and error with different supplements, with different diets, with different strategies, and to really hone in on this is what my body needs the most support with. This is what I'm going to get the most bang for my buck when I try it. And the best way to do that, gene testing. Get precise. Learn how your body works so you can give it what it needs, not what some Instagram hottie told you it needs, right? When you know your detox capacity, your methylation tendencies, your inflammation triggers, everything shifts. You stop second guessing yourself and you start getting results. You build a plan that supports you through perimenopause and beyond. We're not just talking perimenopause, we're talking about longevity. We're talking about aging well. Okay? You are only going to continue to learn more about yourself through these gene reports. And as the science continues to improve, you're going to have this information that you can run with and learn more about yourself over and over. This is the ultimate self-awareness tool. You are really going to be able to be completely in tune with your body when you know how your specific genes are behaving. So let's get you some answers. If this episode hit home and you are ready to stop guessing, of course, you know I offer genetic testing and personalized nutrition coaching designed specifically for men and women navigating perimenopause. If you want to work on optimizing your performance, maybe you're just wanting to lose weight, maybe you're looking to just boost longevity, maybe you're experiencing burnout, maybe you're a new mom and you're going through hormone chaos, or whatever WT, what am I trying to say? Whatever your WTF moment is happening, what is happening to my body phase, click the link in the show notes to get started with your custom package, okay? You will get the clarity, a targeted action plan, and coaching that cuts through the noise. Because here's what I don't want to happen. You to get your report because you're super curious about this stuff, and it kind of like makes you nervous or worried because you're like, oh my God, I have these genes. What does it mean? Oh my gosh, what is it? Is it bad? Is it good? And it kind of like makes you go crazy for a week and then nothing changes. And you actually don't make any, adjustments to things because you're overwhelmed by the data. You deserve to feel good in your body again. So I want to help you translate this data into actual actionable steps that aren't complicated, that are super easy, that are really little subtle things. Because I know you're already trying so much. I know you're trying diet tricks. I know you're trying exercise strategies. I know you're trying rest and stress management and meditation and yoga and sleep habits. I know you have been drinking out of the fire hose of the Instagram wellness cycle, right? I know I have, and I know I've been a part of it for sure. But this is the answers. This is not a plan built for anybody else. This will be your specific plan. So let me know if that interests you. Again, I want to give you real answers, not just hope in a bottle, not just some suggestion that you got to keep trial and erroring. I am here for you. As always, you got this, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in to Cheat Code Nutrition. If today's episode sparked some curiosity about what your genes are trying to tell you, grab my free guide, 5 Genes You Should Know to Optimize Your Health. It's linked for you in the show notes. And if you're ready to skip the guesswork and start working with your actual blueprint, check out my genetic nutrition coaching offer, also linked in the show notes. Your next level of health might just be one test away. Until next time, stay curious, stay nourished, and don't forget, your body's not broken. It just speaks a different language. Let's learn to speak it fluently.